bed. You don't want no money, you don't want no bread. Stand by. If you're drowning, don't clutch no straws. If you're drowning, don't clutch no straws. You don't want to leave, you don't want to cry no more. Let's go. Hey, welcome everybody. I know it's New Year's Eve. A lot of you are tied up doing your New Year's Eve stuff, but if you're tuning in with me, I really appreciate it. So much to tell you. Those in the UK that are already way past getting your freak, well, you're always getting your freak on in the UK and Western Europe, where we have a lot of fans, not to mention Oz, down under Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania, Tonga, all over Asia, Asia Minor, Asia Major, Asia E flat major suspended fourth. There you go, with an augmented fifth. All right, so first of all, January 7th, next Saturday, is our 10-year anniversary. Oh my God, I need a nap just saying that. Our 10-year anniversary. Join us for that show, 12 p.m. Pacific U.S., 3 p.m. Eastern U.S., 8 p.m. Western Europe. It's going to be very special. I've got some huge reveals. But you know what? The first thing I want to talk about as we welcome the new year is I want to honor as best I can some influential drummers that we lost this year. And these are in no particular order, except for one, I must admit. Alan White of Yes, George Harrison, John Lennon, Joe Cocker, and so many other awesome sessions over 5, 6, 7 decades. I lost track. Alan's been an influence on me since he joined Yes in 1972. And when he passed, when he passed, my wife and I, Enja, woke up to that news on the last day of the only vacation we've taken in years. And that was pretty hard. That was in May. So let's remember Alan. I'm going to play some music today that has to do with, in my own twist, going into the new year. Things that have to do with time and changes, good times, bad times that happen to. Any hints there? And chime in and tell us where you're watching from, whether you're watching live or on the archive. I got the show up on the monitor here. I'll chime in with you all in a moment. And we lost Alan White. Not only Charlie Watts, but his wife passed away recently as well. Of course, Taylor Hawkins, Dino Tonelli, Sandy Nelson, Saul Amarfio, an amazing reggae and soul jazz drummer, and Mimi Parker, so young. And I'm sure there's so many that I'm missing. Please don't fault me for that. I had very little time to prepare for this. As you know, if you follow the show, is my style. But in between some songs, I'm going to give you some messages. And the most important message I have to give you right now is to thank you so much for following Drum Talk TV, whether it's been a month, 6 months, 2 years, you sorry sods that might have been following for 10 years, and I know who some of you are. Greg Diener, Kimberly Box, Lori Shub. Lori Shub? Lori's part of Drum Talk TV the first 3.5 years, ran the whole back end. But we'll get more into that kind of stuff after some music. To wave goodbye to 2022, I want us to all focus on a few things. And the first thing is time. My mom told me when I was almost 16 and was so eager to get my license, she said, slow down. As you get older, time speeds up. I thought, this crazy woman, what, the earth starts revolving faster? I'm going to turn 60 in April, and yeah, I believe her. The earth is definitely spinning faster, right? And I'm not sure if that creates more gravity to make it easier to hold on, because most of the time I feel like I'm holding on to the back of a speeding train with my teeth and feet flying in the air behind me going through a windy canyon. I'm sure you can all relate. But I think it's important to reflect on whatever year we're closing on and welcome the new year with abundance and growth and leveling up as people. So in regard to time, I want to play a song that most of you over 4 years old are probably familiar with. And it's called Time. Oh, well, no, we'll leave it at that. Here we go with Pink Floyd and Time. I'll get to comments in a moment. Just so you all know, everything I'm playing to are bootlegs. Some of them are better recordings than others. This is from 1975 when consumer recording devices were, well, basically crap compared to today. And this song here that Richard Wright is playing is, I think, one of the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful songs ever. And unfortunately, we lost Richard years ago. But I'm going to check the comments. Please chime in. Tell us where you're watching from. And there's more to come, more anecdotal stuff from 2022 as well as what's to come in 2023, and some more music having to do with time and changes and things like that. So let's see what we got here on the show. I hope you're all willing to participate. Let's see here. Gonna pull you all up. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Gonna pull you all up. All right. Let's see who's chiming in. Even if you're watching on the archive, let me know. What is up? How are you? Where are you? What are your goals musically for 2023? Even if you're a music fan and you don't play any instruments, what bands do you want to go see live? What bands do you want to follow and look forward to from new music? Now that the funk is over from those first couple of years of that COVID madness, bands are getting out and playing, and it's very exciting, right? We're getting back to some normalcy. So let's see what we've got here. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. All right. Here we go. Here's the show. Let me pull you all up. Share this around, if you don't mind, folks, please, to others. Hey, Emma Senor. Hi. Brian Calhoun. Happy New Year. Festive outfit. Thank you. Oh, so about my outfit. What's with this outfit? So this is a NAMM shirt. I have an announcement. Thank you, Brian, for the cue. And first of all, I thought the tie-dye would match the colors, you know, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Teo, all that jazz. It's the end of the year. But April, the last April, as far as we know and hope, the last April that the NAMM show will be happening, I'm speaking once again. 9 years of the 10 years of covering the NAMM show. I'm going to be speaking on the Saturday. Times are still being confirmed. I think it's going to be noon Saturday. The last day is 3 days. Then in 2024, we get back to January, and Drum Talk TV is going to cover it like never before, a bigger booth than ever before. We're probably going to cover about 100 brands on the floor and about 200 artists, have some giveaways. Once again, the Drum Talk TV news desk reports about the show. It's going to be awesome. We're already planning for 2024, but we are just now seeping into 2023. So let's concentrate on that. Chime in, folks. Tell us where you're watching from. And now, next, like I mentioned, next Saturday, the 7th, depending on when you're watching this, January 7th, is the 10-year anniversary show of Drum Talk TV. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Speaking of time, 10 years? Really? I need a freaking nap already. So there's going to be a big reveal on that show, and I'm going to give away some shirts and some other stuff. It's going to be fun. Big reveal. We're going to talk about a live celebration Drum Talk TV is going to happen, as well as a live. Oh, my wife is going like this, like, don't give up too much. A live celebration, a film, and new ways for you to be part of what we do as paid content creators. Who else does that? Okay, so next, yes, I have notes. This is like the only show of the year I ever use notes with. All right, we'll get to that note later. All right, next. You know, when we change years, what happens? What happens when we change years? Well, that's exactly what happens. A lot of changes happen. And changes are hopefully always for the better. So I'd like to know, comment in the comments. I'm so excited, I feel like I'm stuttering but I don't hear myself stuttering. But I feel like maybe because I'm getting over a trigger cough. My wife's laughing at me. We'll get to her in a moment. Don't worry. But it's kind of like when this time of year happens. It's like a reset, and we want to refresh, reboot, but make it authentic. So now I'm going to do a song. I'm going to dedicate this to Gigi White and her and Alan's kids and grandkids. Alan White meant so much to me. I met him in 1989, became friends with him, and that's been the hardest one for me this year. So this is for Alan and Gigi and Cassie and it's the whole family. Jesse, the grandkids. Here we go. Some of you over 10 may know this song. Here we go. Operator air, give me one moment. Operator air, give me one moment. That's what I wanted to mute. That idiot. Come on. Oh, my wife is unusually cheering me on. Just kidding. I did. I did that just to get a dirty look. Put my glasses back on. You know, I'm gonna take my slouchy off because I'm getting hot. Um, so yeah, hey, I wow, look at all these comments. Awesome, Jeff. How are you, Jeff Tarbett? Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you so much. How long have you been watching the show? I haven't seen you comment before, which is okay. I know there's a lot of innocent bystanders that don't comment on the show. I'm just gonna fix something that I see over here, but I want to tell you a little bit about. I'm a troublemaker, my wife says. Here, why don't you talk about this year in Drum Talk TV for a moment?
No, I won't. But you always puts me on the spot. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed everything that Dan presented this year in Drum Talk TV. I am so very proud to be just a small part of it and to be your cheerleader. Dan, cheers. Hello. So well, both of us are having a really good time, but rarely do we get a chance to just take time to just relax. And today, tomorrow, and Monday going to be times that we can just enjoy ourselves and spend some quality time together. Quality time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm laughing because I'm looking at what Dan's doing right now. So he's always hilarious. So I'm not doing it. No, no, no. Take it. No.
So my shoe came untied while I was playing. So hold on while I tie that. Let's see if I can prop this up so I can. Okay, so next, tell me what you what's your win for the year for 2022? What's your win either as a musician, as a music fan, as a person? Did you see a band you never saw before? Did you see a band play live that you hadn't seen in a long time? Did you meet one of your favorite artists? Did you grow as a musician? Anything at all, let me know. I'm going to look at the comments and we're going to play, I think, how many more songs? We're going to play two more songs, I think. Hey, there's Lori Shube. So, folks, have I got a story for you about Lori Shube? So, back in about 2014, 15, she and I had to go to Palm Springs. No, I won't tell that story. So, Lori was on board from basically the beginning of Drum Talk TV for the first 3.5 years as our chief digital officer. She ran the whole back end of everything, and she's like the sister I didn't really have. She's like my sister, one of my bestie. So, Lori, thanks for tuning in. Glad you found your way there. How awesome. Jeff Tarbert says, just joined right when you introduced my favorite Trevor Rabin era Yes song. Thank you. Nice job. Thank you. Kind of a muddy, what's it called? A muddy bootleg. Lori says, no, don't tell that story. Okay, Lori, I won't. Um, Brian says, the wrong date for the wrong month. Who, me or you, Brian? 10 big ones. Happy New Year. Oh, you're in Virginia. Awesome, Jeff. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get back to comments in a moment. So through the year, I think it'd be fair to say that most people go through this at different levels, right? We're kind of recapping what happens during a calendar year. Well, sometimes we go through good times. Sometimes we go through bad times. Wait a minute. I think there's a song about that. I think the Osmonds, or was it the Osmonds or the Partridge Family, did a song having to do with experiencing good times or bad times. Honey, help me with this. What was that?
Good times, bad times.
Yeah. Oh, Good Times, Bad Times by. Okay. Some of you over 2 years old or older may recognize this. By the way, one drum pedal. One. Yes, I have two. I rarely use the one. Here we go. One of my favorite things to play. Been playing it since I was 8.
If you were at Tampa Stadium tonight,
My wife said that's a long time. Thanks. Good times, bad times. That's what happens, right? Within the course of a year. My wife loves that song, bless her heart. All right, let's look at comments, suggestions, and whatever else. The Bay City Rollers. That's right, that's who did that song. I forgot. So, I think I have one other thing queued up. I don't even remember the set list I put together. Oh, this one. What Gorilla? No, we'll skip that. So let's do this. So first of all, let's see if I could do this with one hand because I don't have a microphone stand right here and I want to face the camera. But I really would like you to tune in 2023. But more importantly, since you're here with me now, tell me how your year went. And what do you want to improve on? Whether it's as a musician or a music fan, who do you want to see? Or, dare I even ask, as a human, how will you improve? I have some thank yous to give for 2022, The only reason I'm using notes is so I don't forget, because I don't want to forget these. The first thank you goes out to our Chief Operations Officer, the man who puts all the content on all of our channels and runs the whole, basically, back end of the social sites of Drum Talk TV, and that is Stephen Schinder. No relation. I'm just kidding. Stephen is the youngest. Stand by, folks, for this factoid. Stephen is the youngest of my wife and I's blended family of 11 kids and 19 grandkids. He's the youngest kid. He's my youngest child. And it's funny, I was on a podcast yesterday, and before we got started, or it might have been during the podcast, the gentleman, Brian Kelly, interviewing me, got the 10-year anniversary of Drum Talk TV and Stephen's age mixed up and said, he's only 10. No, he's 28. So Stephen, thank you so much. But I got to thank the people that are part of the Drum Talk TV original series that we have so far. Big reveal coming that we have so far. That's Jason Gianni, who does the Tribute to the Tributes show with me once a month. Nadia Azar, who does the Drumming Injury Talk with Dr. Nadia, professor of kinesiology at the University of Windsor, Canada, A-Hosers, and Lou Calderola, who does Under the Influence with me, where we feature bits and parts of songs of artists that have influenced us. And I got to give it up for Tom Stark, who's been maintaining our website the last 3 years-ish, and we're going through a huge makeover right now that I'm so excited about, very excited. And then I got to give thanks to our two main sponsors right now, the MetaFlex Therapy Glove. If you have issues with your hands, whether it's carpal tunnel, nodules on your tendons, trigger finger, arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, any of that, you got to get one of these. The link is in the post. And of course, Earth Harvested Wellness Solutions, the premium CBD products, the best premium CBD products. They have a 90,000 square foot manufacturing facility. Got to check it out. 50% off through the 6th. 50% off. Drum Talk TV fans always get 25. And then I got some background people on our business side. Christian Falls in Munich, Germany. David Blackledge and Mark Goldson in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, that does it for the thank yous. Wait, can't read this. Oh, Nija and Ninja. Oh, my wife, Enja. My wife, Enja, last but not least, but the number one supporter of Drum Talk TV and me being able to carry this torch. And I'm going to make a confession that I don't know if I've made live before. But she's black. I mean, my confession is Drum Talk TV was kind of actually her idea. So 10 years of that, and boy, have we got some amazing stuff to reveal in 2023. So I'm going to play this last song, come back with a couple more things, and I might even honor some suggestions with the caveat, if I know them. And I don't know a lot of stuff. I'm like in such a tight lane. So if it's Led Zeppelin, ELP, Rush, Genesis, yes. Now we're starting to thin out. A little bit of Jethro Tull. Steely Dan. So anyways, let's go on with this song. Because, you know, it's been a crazy 2 years. And we don't know what's ahead. Right now, oh, goodness, in the Northeast, the freezing and everything, all we want is in this quiet earth for everyone to be safe and peaceful. In this quiet earth. And years and years and years ago, Genesis came up with a prophetic song called In This Quiet Earth. I've never played it before, but I'm going to play it now. Why do I do that? It's an instrumental, so I don't have to memorize the words, which makes it harder to memorize the music because there's no guide words. I love just putting myself out there. I do this to encourage all of you to make videos and just do it. Don't worry about the lighting and that. Just fucking make videos. All right, here we go. I might take a few suggestions. I have no idea the myths. And then it goes into Afterglow, which is not on here. Well, it is, sort of. But yeah, so let me check comments, see what's happening, what's going on. How you doing? Tell me how you're doing, where you are, what's going on. Thanks, Steve. So, Steve, give me the time now. Sorry, I didn't see that, so I don't know when that was. Comments. Brian Cahoon says cash flow. I don't know what that's referring to. But Lori says, Dan, tread carefully. Oh, my God, Angela, the goddess. I think I know what Lori's referring to, but I'm not sure. That's the sound in Lori Shoup's head when she's thinking. Just kidding, Lori. All right, so there you go. The end of 2022. Join me January 7th, our 10-year anniversary. 10 years? Yep, join me. I'm going to give some big reveals. Big. And I'll give away some Drum Talk TV shirts. Maybe my wife, Anja, will even join me. All right, thanks, folks, everybody, so much for following what we do. If you're watching on the archive and you made it this far, thank you very much. Tell us where you're watching from. And look into the interviews. Look at our playlists on whatever channel you're watching us, whether it's YouTube or Facebook. Look at the videos playlist. We've got interviews. We have documentaries. We have event coverage. We have so many things you probably haven't seen, and we're putting them all somewhere else to make it easier for you to see them. And adding more stuff. Thanks, folks, so much. Thank you. Happy holidays. Be kind to each other, except those assholes. Be kind to each other. Yes. Be kind. Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year from all my heart. Happy New Year.